Bye. Good afternoon on this lovely, rainy, liquid sunshine afternoon. We are here at the New Orleans Jazz Museum. I am Hunter Miles Davis here with New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, where our mission is to inform, educate, and entertain you all with the music of New Orleans, and the jazz, and the history here that we are so grateful to be sharing with you. Today, I have such an amazing band with me. I have Ashlyn Parker on trumpet. I have Sam Cuslin on keys. And I have Jesse Moreau on bass and myself on percussion, as you can see. Today, I wanted to go through a little bit of a story in a timeline with Miles Davis. This is my first show as a official National Park Ranger. So I only felt that it was right to give a tribute to the person that I'm named after. So, as I said before, my name is Hunter Miles Davis, and the song that we just finished playing was "For" by Miles Dewey Davis III. As you can see, Ashlyn has such an amazing hoodie. I'm really jealous. I really wanted the whole suit. But we are doing a tribute to Miles Davis, and we just really want to highlight what he has done as a musician and as a pioneer of today's music. So, like I said, we just started with "For." We're gonna move into another tune titled "Summertime." And the interesting thing about "Summertime," all of the songs that we're doing today aren't officially have been written by Miles Davis. "Summertime" has been covered multiple times, almost about 12 to 15,000 times. We have a different cover in all different kinds of genres for this one song. But what makes this one special to me is more so this is just my mom's favorite song. So I really wanted to highlight this song, and also because after Miles Davis recorded this in 1958, it really began to take shape and form. Now, in 1957, Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong did record the song as well, and it kind of put the song more so on the map than it did from the original Porgy and Bass in 1934. So it's just amazing to see how one song can go through so many different lifetimes, if you will, in different genres. So without further ado, we're gonna present to you all "Summertime." Wow, wow, wow. Man, Ashley, wow. I hope y'all enjoyed that because whoa, that was amazing. I wish I could hear you all clapping. I hope you all are clapping in your living rooms, wherever you are, for this amazing band. Again, we have Sam on keys, Jesse on bass, and Ashlyn on trumpet. That was such an amazing, fun tune to play with this group. This is our first time playing together, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm learning a lot, and it's an honor to be up here with these great musicians. Speaking of musicians, just want to ask a couple of questions to those on stage. One, just who would be your main influence in music right now, and or growing up, and how do you apply that while playing?
Well, right now it's definitely Miles Davis. you know, and he's a master of space. And like where not to play. And that's the one thing that I'm just trying to think about. That's the only thing I've been telling myself so far. I don't. There'll be another. There's so many. He's just a major stylist. So, if you can take some of his style points, his style techniques, because they're endless. But I think growing up, he was the first one that I could actually I could connect with, like on a human level. Everybody else seemed superhuman. He seemed always human. It's just like realistic. And also, it, unfortunately, some of it's almost more idiomatic to the trumpet. Now emotionally, it's super deep, so I never tell my young students to think that Miles Davis is beginner level because there's less notes, because the stuff is super mature. There's a lot going on underneath those notes. You can't just read the page on a Miles Davis solo without hearing it. It's probably the best example of how it's hard to write this music out. Because you give somebody that same solo and it would just be crazy. But I'm rambling. Everybody has a Miles Davis story.
Ashland brings up a really good point about right now it's Miles Davis, because I'm in the headspace of Bill Evans and Red Garland and Oscar Peterson. I'm in that time where I'm thinking about, what would B.E. do? What would Bill Evans do, right? So, and that there's, Ashton was saying like how it's difficult to write this stuff out, and everyone who approaches these songs will play them somewhat differently, but there are certain kind of core, kind of tenements of this music that you have to abide by, right? One of them that Ashton mentioned was space, and when I'm approaching the piano, I'm thinking of the same thing, but I'm thinking about space in between chords. I'm not always playing these lush, really huge, close together voicing. Sometimes they're spaced out, which is like a Bill Evans voicing. And that, there's a lot of those kinds of things that you have to keep in mind when you're playing this kind of music. But one of the guys that is really important to me right now, that's not, Bill Evans, is a little fellow named Scarlatti, who composed a lot of music, and I've been reading a lot of his stuff. And I've been listening to Wagner and Scriabin and Impressionists and stuff like that, and those guys are really important. And those guys have a sense of space and lush beauty that kind of make you think a little bit differently about music. What about you, Jesse?
Yeah, same kind of input as to what they're saying. I think between Kind of Blue and this Ray Brown Live at Scullers record, those were like the first two records that I just listened to endlessly. And mature music that's easily digestible. It's not you can really do it. But yeah, obviously Paul Chambers play on that is such an influence, and as always, Mingus is such a huge figure to me compositionally and just politically and being aware and everything like that, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for your influences and sharing that information with us. The next tune that we'll be playing today will be, it used to be known as Green Dolphin Country. Now, originally this song started, it was on the film Green Dolphin Street, which was made back in 1947, adapted from the book Green Dolphin Country in 1944. So this song is important. It became a jazz standard after the one and only Miles Davis proceeded to record. So I'm excited to see what we do with this. Let's do it. Indeed, indeed. Uh, I'm up here with such great musicians. I'm having a lot of fun and enjoying myself, learning a lot. Um, and we've been playing a lot of uh, fast, somewhat medium tempo things. I think it's time we slow it down a little bit with a little bit of all blues. We'll play some all blues. Well, there you have it. There you have it indeed. That was all blues featuring Ashlyn Parker on trumpet. Man, what amazing. Wow. Wow. Well, it takes me a second to gather my thoughts after, such wonderful music. um, so, gentlemen, just another question for musicians of all ages. Do you all have any type of advice of, musicianship, character within music, or any technique or anything like that you would like to share with the audience? I know that's a very broad question, so you can kind of take it where you would like.
Well, I'd say the first thing is persistence and making a habit of it. I think a common misconception with music and with art is that it just sort of happens. And there is a lot of incidental music that happens, but a lot of it is the preparation that happens. Even though the four of us have not played together, haven't played any of these songs before this time, we've prepared. I mean, I'm sure Ashlyn has played all blues, too many times at this point, right? More, if he lives a couple lives as anyone, he probably heard it and played it more than anyone has ever even known about it. So there's a lot of preparation. So I'd say that for the younger kids, if you want to do it, but be sure to, just like anything, if you're a basketball player, you got to do your sprints. And you got to know how to dribble a ball before you can take it onto the court. And that's the same thing. It's no different than science, math, cooking, garbage disposal. It's all the same stuff. So that's the most important thing. Just keeping on with it, really.
Absolutely, and that responsibility and that attention to detail. When you listen to the music, I always tell my students to listen more than they play. Because if you listen to yourself more, if that's the most you do, listen to yourself, then you're probably gonna be your biggest influence, which is kind of weird. It's a nice tradition of folks that figured it out. You don't need to try to reinvent the wheel. And that's the coolest thing. Is just that we're piggybacking off of, they showed us so many directions to go with this music. So if we listen, then they're just giving us, this music, it progressed so fast that they didn't even exhaust all a certain direction would go. They're already doing another thing. There's still stuff that they left. They're like, you can clean that up if you guys want to do later, and that's what we're here doing, trying to expand on, songs that have been played for, 60-odd years now, and still trying to give some kind of fresh interpretation, because in a way these are just, these portals, But the question, to your question, you said, musicianship, and I define musicianship a little bit different, like akin to sportsmanship, like the social aspect of playing music with other people, But when you come to a conversation, you have to do what he was saying is like, got to make sure you have something to offer, and I didn't need to know anybody, but I can listen, and we have our ears, and we have our sensitivities and sensibilities, and all that comes into play when in any conversation. So yeah, it's a pleasure playing with y'all, and nice conversation about Miles. Round robin.
Yeah, no, I don't know. What else to really touch upon? Other than if you start out being good at something, don't let that hinder you from working on something. If you're inherently good at sports or music or something, and taking that to continue to drive yourself to continue to create. Y'all were so wonderfully spoken that it's like I was like, yeah, you could put the mic down. But yeah, that's anyway.
That's him.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to thank such a talented group of musicians. Interestingly enough, I've played with every one of these individuals just on separate occasions. And it's pretty cool to come together again and put this together for you all. And again, it's a learning experience for myself, and I hope it is for you all as well. So we'll be wrapping up with one more tune. This will be So What. This was also on the 1959 Kind of Blue album. We just play all blues from there, and we're gonna again finish up with So What. So I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, thank you to New Orleans Jazz Museum. Thank you to New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park. And this is So What.
Miles did that shit. I was like, dang, you know, him and Cannonball, on Cannonball's records, you know.
Playing the part of Miles today. You're in character.
Thank you again. Ashlyn Parker on trumpet, Sam Cuslin on keys, piano, and Jesse Moreau on bass. I am Hunter Miles Davis. Again, this is New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park in partnership with New Orleans Jazz Museum, and thank you all for tuning in today. Have a great day.